Hey guys, Brody with Mountain Archery, and today is 2025 Prime launch. So all new bows from Prime, and kind of a really big launch. Probably the biggest launch we've seen from Prime since they introduced the double cam, in all honesty. The Prime Form. This is a crazy, super unique looking bow. So they kind of took characteristics of carbon and aluminum and just incorporated it all together. This is a 34-inch axle bow, and it weighs 4.1 pounds. 4.1 pounds on a 34-inch axle bow. So as you can see, they did the carbon tubing on kind of the bulkiest parts of the riser to minimize that weight, and then it's aluminum elsewhere. They still have that core cam they've been using the past few years, which if you haven't shot it, is a really, really nice, smooth cam. And then another big change, at least the biggest change, is going to be the cable roller is no longer a flex guard. So in past, they've had the cable roller where it flexes in. It is now a solid piece. So with that, I actually personally think it smooths that draw cycle out a little bit more. Just makes it feel a little more solid all the way through the back wall. So pretty awesome there. But yeah, this is gonna be a super popular bow for 2025 because carbon bow, 4.1 pound, 34-inch axle, that's the only configuration that they offer right now. $1,595 is what these are gonna be for sale at. So, I mean, just under $1,600 for 4-pound, 34-inch carbon bow. I mean, everything else around that price point, this is a heavy hitter. But they are incorporating Picatinny mount like they have on their aluminum bows, but on the form, it is machined right into the riser. You have the Q80 integrate dovetail slot. And one new thing that they come out with that I don't have yet, but we do have coming, is their new integrated quiver. So it's a 2-piece quiver. It's going to integrate right into the riser. I've been told it's going to be similar to like Hoyt and Matthews quivers. So it should be a really seamless construction. So we'll have to do a video once we get those in and really just kind of review how those are. But I think Prime knocked out of the park this year. I think they kind of addressed everything they needed to. Weight savings, integrated accessories. Yeah, this $1,595 for this carbon bow is insane. Along with that, they do have the new aluminum models, which is the RVX Plus. Slight changes to the riser from the RVX of last year. They no longer have that flex roller guard. And then everything else really kind of stays the same other than adjusting the riser to fit the new quiver system. But one thing that I really like is this pattern they came out with. It's called Summit Scar. And it is like a snow camo of the scar patterns that they've been doing the past couple of years, such as Morel Scar and the Ridge Rock Scar, which I really, really like those. But yeah, Summit Scar, I think that the bow industry needed a camo bow. They've kind of went away from it the past, 5 or 6 years. We haven't seen a camo bow in the hunting industry in a while, snow camo. So yeah, I love this. And of course it's Prime, so they do an extremely clean finish on it. But yeah, Summit Scar, that is definitely gonna be a popular color. But in the RVX Pluses, they have a 32 and a 34, same specs as last year as far as the RVXs. But yeah, the biggest change is gonna be that roller. And then another change that isn't too visible, but they changed the limb pocket and limb configuration a little bit thinner. So before they had a really wide system, and I think the whole thing they were going for was a little bit of weight savings, which they were definitely due for. Primes in the past, fully set up with accessories and all, they were heavy. It was tough to keep the weight down on them. These things, with accessories and all, are very light. It's definitely something you want to take a look at. Now, another cool thing If you're not familiar, they came out with this last year, but the Ronin. So the Ronin is their price point model bow compared to their flagships. The Ronin last year was $850. This year, they made no changes to it, dropped it $50 in price. You're now gonna find the Ronin for sale at your local Prime dealer for $795. $795. There's no other bow in that price point that even compares. You're getting the exact same core cams as the flagship model bows. You're getting the same limbs, limb pockets, strings. This one does have the flex roller of like last year's model. And then you get a machined aluminum riser that is a 6000 series aluminum instead of the 8000 series. You don't get the integrated accessory options. But for $850, you're still getting a machined aluminum riser with flagship model cam system. That bow is incredible, and definitely one that if you're looking more budget friendly and looking for just a really heavy hitting, just value packed bow, the Ronin from Prime. But yeah, guys, 2025 Primes are pretty incredible this year, and I'm extremely excited for this new form because I think it's going to be very, very popular. But yeah, if you want to know about any further specs on these, you have to check into our videos on the individual reviews of these. But yeah, 2025s from Prime. Go into your local Prime dealer, stop at a Mountain Archery if you can, and give them a shot.